Hello beautiful people, you're all welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, you are highly welcome to our political news of today. His Excellency Governor Wike of Rivers State inaugurated another beautiful flyover, as we always call him Mr. Project, where he invited the former governor of Edo State, Oshiomhole, who gave an inspirational speech you're about to watch in this video, also said that the crisis in PDP is lack of integrity and character. Guys, we're about to watch the full detail of what Adam said. So guys, keep watching. I'll be right back.
Your Excellency, my brother, my friend, and my authentic comrade, Nelson Wike, the Executive Governor of the great Rivers State. Let me appreciate the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, former Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, my neighbor and friend, Mr. Adoke. I told him this morning that once a general, always a general. I also observed as we were coming in, a former president of Nigeria Bar Association, I believe Mr. Okocha, SAN, the state chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Rivers State, the very articulate, young, active, dogged Commissioner of Works, who deliver a sort of tutorial on the construction of roads and overhead bridges. I told Wike that he has an intellectual as a Commissioner for Works. Allow me to respect, now I remember Rivers people are very tall. Former Deputy Speaker, I believe, of House of Representatives, and other former honorable members of the House of Representatives from Rivers State who are here. Your Excellency, allow me to also appreciate and formally introduce to you some members of my delegation who accompany me here. You have already by yourself mentioned Honorable Professor Julius Ihobere, who you proudly told me was your teacher, and he's now teaching legislators in Abuja. We also have Honorable Asowere, a ranking member of the House of Representatives, representing the great people of Oshiomhole Federal Constituency in Edo State. We also have a very young, brilliant member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Dennis Idahosa. And Mr. Governor, one of the victims of your fight, some of them are here. The former, he was the running mate, Deputy Governor running mate to Pastor Ize Yamu, Honorable Gani Audu. When he heard that you have invited me, he said, whether I invite him or not, he will come. He drove all the way, 5-hour drive from Benin to arrive here this morning. And he came along with the number they now call G14. It includes Honorable Chris Okagbe, Honorable Uyi Esuhoi, and there are about 14 of them, Honorable Washington. They all came to show you their faces, the scars, or their faces arising from your battles in Benin. And having listened to you, I am sure they are going back with those scars gone. Let me appreciate all the women who are here, many of whom take turn to dance and to entertain us, including those young girls, which the governor told me are students, and I told the governor, your people look very well fed. And if I had come here with two of my sons, I guess they will have no reason to go by without collecting numbers and following through.
If we get touchy you, if we get touchy you, yes, so we get touchy you, hunger go.
Thank you. As if you knew I ate so much last night and even this morning. But despite of that, you can see my height has not improved. Let me appreciate all the traditional rulers and royal fathers that are here. And I'm very excited that the governor is at home with our traditional rulers. Because we must respect tradition. If we don't know our culture and tradition, we won't know who we are, who we represent. So your royal fathers, I want to appreciate all of you, including the chairman of the traditional rulers. Let me appreciate the young men, the energy you show. When you see Governor Wike doing what he's doing, he derives his strength from the fact that there are young men and women in this state who are ready to go the whole hog with him. If he comes to battle, they will join him in battle. Celebration, they will join him in celebration. And on election day, they will join him in voting and defeating my party in Rivers. So, Wike, I will take some of the youth to Edo so that your potency will be less, and so that we may have opportunity here. But sir, on behalf of my delegation and my humble self, and even on behalf of my family, I want to thank you, sir, for Your Excellency, for extending invitation to me at this time. It means much more to me than you can imagine. Because like you said, I rose from being a worker. I did mention is that I was once a factory hand, earning 5 shillings and 3 pence a day, in a textile factory. And so I am an ex-worker. And then I became an organizer of textile workers, which is why I like to wear what we sew. And including the one you are wearing, Your Excellency, is made by my people, if not here, somewhere else, but they are garment and fashion people. And then I became chairman of the party, governor of Edo, president of NLC, and then I was removed as chairman. You can't know who is who until you leave an office. And so, for you, I'm just another guest. For me, I think I feel very privileged that you are inviting me at a time when I'm not in a position to do anything for anyone. Even the mouth to talk cannot be as strong when you do not have a platform. So I want to thank you for recognition. And I think that listening to you and watching what you do, there are a couple of things I think we share. What is obvious that we don't share is your height. And as part of your attempt to overfeed me last night and even this morning, doctor has told me it's a hopeless case. You believe that in a democracy, yes, we need political parties, and we need to contest election. And that in doing so, when we make promises and people give us the benefit of the doubt, when the election season is over, we should move away from politics to projects. And that is why even our president, who is not very generous in praising people, he doesn't have much qualification in terms of flattery. He doesn't flatter. He will give you recognition if you don't merit it. And that is why I can reveal this. It took him almost 7 years before he conferred the first national honors. Because he said to me when I was chairman, we don't throw honors away. You have to honor people who really merit it. 1 year in office, 2 years is not enough for him to assess people. And you can see you are one of the very few. And I think it shows that was particularly celebrated that President Muhammadu Buhari find in your person, based on your activities, in spite of your non-flattering statement about his government, find you worthy of that honor as Mr. Projects. I think Rivers people should be proud, because our people often say that prophets are not appreciated at home. Governor Wike truly has transformed this city. And like you said, this is the only city. When I was president of the NLC, we came here to organize a national May Day rally. Usually we do May Day rally in Abuja, being the federal capital, and Lagos, which is the industrial city of Nigeria, commercial city. But we decided to come to Rivers because we also find one of your predecessors, who you rightly acknowledge as your leader, and my leader too, Dr. Peter Odili. He did some incredible work, and it was during their time they were struggling for what we refer to then as resource control. And as president of the NLC, I mobilized my colleagues that Nigeria can't have justice. I mean, a peace and stability if there is no justice. And that it is unacceptable that people who live by the water can't drink the water because it has been polluted on account of economic activities of multinationals. And through that exploitation, we have resources to run the federal government. That those states deserve to have extra money, not just for the fact that the oil comes from this part of the country, but engineers also know. I'm not an engineer, but as a former president of the NLC and as a governor of Edo State, I had close interaction with engineers, including Julius Berger. I know that places like this, you need some time to pile the road or pile the foundation before you can erect a structure. So the average cost of doing a kilometer of road in Rivers must be one of the highest because of the nature of the terrain, compared to what it would cost in a place like Abuja. So, sir, I can reveal this to you. Even as we say those things I said in 2019, I admitted everything I said. Even if I deny it, Gogo cannot deny it. Gogo is a terrible recorder. If you record what I said, you just press it and you get the facts. The truth is, I haven't had anyone who is able to say with some measure of confidence that Governor Wike, you now just talk. You talk, you walk the talk. You walk the talk. As they say, talk is cheap. But like you said, in politics, I can't come to this place when we want the votes and begin to celebrate you. If I celebrate you, like our president has celebrated you now, and you are using the certificate to make the most potent campaign against my own party, what can we say? Facts are stubborn. Facts are very, very stubborn. So I agree that even your worst critic will admit that Governor Wike has made a difference. You made a difference not only in terms of projects, but even your statement this afternoon. I join you in saying, because I've had cause to say that in Benin when I was governor of Edo State, that how can a country be governed by people who cannot be trusted? When politicians make statements, make promises, or even make agreements, or even enact laws, and the laws are not to be obeyed by themselves, they are to be obeyed by others. And when they default in their promises or understanding, they will say, but that is politics for you. There was a day I said to people in Edo, I said, if to be a politician is to say what you know is not correct and push it, then you know that those who live as liars, according to my own religion, thou shalt not lie. And so if lie is the name of the game, it means we are all candidates for hell. And I don't want to go to hell. I've sweat enough on this planet Earth, and my hope is that when I depart, that I'll have a better place to transit. 2 weeks ago, yes, let's see, I had an interview. And somebody asked me, what are my views with particular reference to the issues in PDP as it relates to Your Excellency. And I said, well, I don't think I'm the right person to be asked such a question. However, if he insists I must answer, I will say, and I will repeat it here. I say, Wike is my man of the year. Because he is insisting that politics should not be about making agreements that we do not intend to deliver. Leadership is about character. And I asked the guy, I said, why will you assemble governors across party divide on their own free will? I believe in freedom of association. So they voluntarily decided to meet across party divide, both PDP governors, APC governors. They met in Asaba. And they were hosted. They had dinner. I guess they also had champagne as well. But the takeaway that was communicated to us was that they have said they are united on one issue: the next presidency, where it should come from. So if you voluntarily reach agreement, you are expected to obey your agreement. Now, if you disobey the agreement and somebody say, no, me, I will start by the agreement, what is wrong with that? And I said to the person, I just mentioned it here now, sir, that the problem in Nigeria is that the ordinary man on the street, and even the not so ordinary, they want courageous leaders. They want vocal leaders. They want people who will shoot straight, who they can predict their action. But a small segment of the elite, political elite, don't want straightforward talk. They will say you have to be politically correct. But the truth, to be politically correct is to be smart in saying exactly what you will not do. So you rather not be politically correct and be trusted by the people. The trust that Governor Wike command in Rivers State is not thrown at him. You earn it. You earn it. 3 weeks ago, I think the British people had, the Conservative Party had a new prime minister. And one of the things he said, trust has been destroyed in his party because his predecessors deviated from the campaign manifesto on the basis of which they were elected. And he has to rebuild that trust. And he said, I will work hard to earn your trust. So it is not just about, because we are developing countries. If we, in Britain, our colonial past, they are dealing with issues of integrity, consistency, and reliability in leadership. So, sir, as a short man, I'm not expected to make a speech longer than my height. I listened to you attentively and you said Peter Obi is coming tomorrow. I want to congratulate you for that. Because I also invited Peter Obi when I was governor. And those executive exchanges have a way of communicating to our people that political divide is not war. And I also invited governors from other states to Edo the last 1 week before the end of my tenure. I should say for them to see what I was able to do, or some of the things I was able to do. I promise that when I get back to Abuja, I will take my mouth talker, which I see. The overhead bridge, the flyover I saw is not a covert. Because you also listen, there are people who have occupied the office you are occupying and the one I had occupied before, who commission coverts, and they said they were flyovers because the water is flowing under the bridge, so it is a flyover. But what I'm seeing here is a beautiful flyover that you will find anywhere in the world. I congratulate the contractors for earning your trust and delivery on the project. When the contractor said you gave them moral and financial support, I said, you know, Beja doesn't need moral support. There's only one support they need. You pay, I work. You no pay, you no go work. And they are not cheap, but they will give you good quality. You don't have to revisit this road in the next 35 years. So I congratulate both Judge Beja and Your Excellency. Let me wrap up by saying that it is my hope and prayers that more people like you will come into governance. Because a country cannot be led by people who can sustain a fight on what they believe in. Somebody asked me, oh, the matter don't do. I said, you cannot correct the truth. I mean, you can't change a position you have taken on principle if the basis of the decision has not changed. That is character. I must have heard me talking about character when I was national chairman. The only thing I like to deny, because it is not the truth, Your Excellency, I have never been a commander-in-chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces. I have never led or commanded the army, commanded the Air Force, nor did I have the opportunity to command the police. I was even told when I was growing up that by my height, I am not eligible to join any armed, whether Air Force, Navy, Army, Police. So I hereby publicly deny that I never used the armed forces against you. And if anybody uses the armed forces against you and you can prove it, Attorney General, you are here. The sin of one man cannot be visited on another. I deny I never did that, and I will never do that. I also want to remind Your Excellency that before I was able to take out PDP from Edo State in 2007 to dismantle PDP ruthless rigging machine at that time, I had to launch what I call one man, one vote campaign. And I invited everybody. Some people accused me, why did I invite some military people who have retired? I said, the church is for sinners. We need everybody to understand that the beauty of democracy is that the power to hire and fire leaders is vested on the people. And that's why I'm happy that incrementally the process is getting better. INEC is doing everything to make elections more transparent. So I am with you in your conviction that we must deal with issues of character and trust in leadership. And I will join you on that fight. Like you said, I got fired, but why should I be fired? It's not my first time of being fired. As a union leader, I was fired. A worker, I was fired, so I became full-time union leader. So I retired as governor. I became chairman. I got fired. But my faith in Nigeria was not fired. I remain convinced that this country deserves our best. We must never allow any one of us to be frustrated. We mustn't allow one disappointment to define our life. We must see beyond the challenges of the moment and believe that others can learn from it. As you can see, you inviting me here, even after I've been fired as chairman, shows that there are still people who appreciate me. What more can I ask for? I want to sincerely thank you from the bottom of my heart for this rare privilege. May God bless you. May God shield you from any principality, as we will say in church. And may God enrich you with wisdom, because power without wisdom can be dangerous. That you are able to remember your community is about wisdom. Some people govern, when they have left, they go back home, their people say, Shebi, you are here now. They say, your own don't finish now. Come and take the pepper soup with us. Road you no do. What are you no do? Now you come home. I'm sure even walking through the road, I can see your people acknowledging you are wondering who is that short man by your side, whether you're PA or something. Now, how many governors can actually walk like that? And you were the one telling the security men, look, take it easy. Allow the people to greet me. Allow them to come out and share their feelings. That is leadership. May God bless you. And for all of you, the media, our royal fathers, our guests, those I didn't remember to mention, forgive me that if I didn't mention your name, because I didn't have a comprehensive protocol list, but I stand on all the protocols ably established by His Excellency the Governor. Thank you and God bless you.
That was an emotional speech coming from Adams Oshiomhole, former governor of Edo State. Right now, they are proceeding to commissioning the project proper. So as you can see, Wike is deputy governor and Oshiomhole with their entourage. So guys, keep watching.
It's my honor and pleasure this day, the 16th day of November 2022, to commission this flyover, the 8th of such flyovers in different parts of River State, constructed under the visionary, able, competent, rugged, dogged leadership of His Excellency Governor Wike, for the use of the people, not only of River State, but all those who live or pass through rivers. And like the Commissioner of Works said, may this road, this overhead bridge translate to improve economic activity, service the commercial life, cut travel time by people who will have opportunity to drive on this road. And to you, the governor who has made this possible, may God reward you and bless you and protect you and shield you. And may He use you to commission all the other projects, so that by the time you're out of office, you can walk the streets and say, when I was there, this is what I saw. And as I confirm that I came, I saw, and I believe what I've been hearing, that you are working, I ask God to bless all of us who will use this road. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, my people, this brings us to the end of the commissioning of today. Please do not forget to hit that red subscription button and click on the notification bell for more of my political news coming your way. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.